Shalom, this is the brother Tazawakal from GMS Germany with a new lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakudash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles who committed and told us his truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect out there who spread his truth and sincerity and his charity across the four winds. So back with another lesson, woven around the title. Small heads will draw America out. Okay, because what you see right here happen in the Middle East, when you also go to these let me go to the app for that. What you see, just throw this the RT app here. See, it says Israel blames Gaza rocket misfire for child deaths. Then IDF, Israel Defense Force or something, published video of alleged deadly rocket misfires in Gaza. So see, it's really getting heated up over there. Everywhere in the world is getting heated up, but we have to keep a close eye to the land of Israel, because these small heads gonna draw out America, and at least the flock should draw them out. So something gonna happen with them that gonna cause that great friction. Because you have to understand that these both of the sides of the three major powers, the three superpowers, because China is a superpower now also, but Russia and America backing both sides of this conflict. America is for the size of the small hats, and Russia gonna support the Ishmaelites, which are the Palestinians, because they are not the true Philistines. They are not, because they were super dark-skinned, tall as Hamites. Okay, but before I go on, let me read this out of the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So Yahushua said this kingdom is going to be destroyed, and this revived Roman Empire and that we're living in right now are going to be destroyed also. And it says, and as he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of their coming and the end of the world? So they know when Yahushua is going to return, they know it's the end of this world, of this rulership, of this current kingdom, of this eon, which means a time period, a rulership. We're just talking about this current rulership that we're in right now. And we jump down to verse 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be no troubled, because this is what we have going on right now. We have to keep our eyes on the prize and watch these prophecies unfolding upon this planet Earth. This is why it says in 2nd Ezra, the right Salakia, 2nd Ezra 9th chapter, and the second verse says, verse 1. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which is told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we have to measure the time diligently. And how do we do that? We check out the news and line it up with prophecies. And that's why I said, hey, you have to watch out of the Middle East. What you see all around the world is prophecy right now unfolding. The Heavenly Father is causing famine. Pestilence is on the rise. If it's through the Jews or not. However you want to call it. If it's through the Jews or not. The Heavenly Father is causing it. You see fire breaking out, lightning strike, causing major destruction, man. Earthquakes, people in uproar. The whole world is in turmoil, man. The whole damn world is in turmoil, because the Heavenly Father is unleashing his things more and more, step by step, day by day. He's unleashing his weapons, or as I said, the spirit created for vengeance, more and more. You had in Vietnam monkeys attacking people. That's a spirit created for vengeance. Teeth of white beasts, like you can read in Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus of the Apocrypha, chapter 39 and verse 28, going down. So the Heavenly Father is visiting the world which He made with these plagues that He's sending. And the ultimate plague is just waiting to unfold itself, which are the nuclear missiles or the hypersonic missiles. And Russia has the capability to hit America with a missile, because a hypersonic missile, if I remember right, can go up to 6,000 miles. And the distance between Russia and America, the middle points of each, from the middle of America to the middle of Russia, is 5,500 something, 5,500 plus. So, or a little bit less, a little bit more than less. So, it's more than enough to reach it with the missile. So, that's why you have to be aware of what's going on in the world. So you have to watch and pray to be able to do all these things. Okay? So now, going back to Matthew. Let me grab it here. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7 and verse 6 again, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Yeah, so you hear of wars and rumors of wars, but nothing major is happening right now. In that sense that, like I said, in that sense that it's not coming out. Russia hit America with a missile. America hit Russia with a missile. If this happens, then it's over. But before that, what has to happen? The MOTB has to be established on this planet Earth, which is the mark of the beast, the charagma, the chip. Has to be made mandatory, and Jacob's trouble has to come also. And then the World War III is going to happen. Then we're going to be delivered. Okay? It says verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines." See? Famines, multiple. And that's what you see, because also in Germany, you feel more and more the shortages. There was an article that the Elder Wakari Kwam posted in the group chat, and it was speaking about, it was speaking about going into how people that supported the poor in bringing donations to, it's called the TAFA, like the board. It's called the board. Let me look it up in English. Yeah, the board, see? Yeah. So like a board where you can go and get a lot of stuff for cheap, So they brought the things there, and now these people that brought the things there are now reliant on these things themselves. So showing you that famine is coming up to multiple ways, through multiple ways. Because you have what? You have the everything is causing a drought because of the heat wave after heat wave after heat wave. Talking to a colleague on the job today, he's like, "It was never so hot in Germany." Yeah, you know why? Because Heavenly Father, we know why, because Heavenly Father is turning things up. You have that. Then you have the supply chain disruptions, So the crop is not there, the supply chain is not going. Then it's there, but it's blocked. So that's another way of causing famine. Heavenly Father is just blocking the way towards the places. So you got all these things going on. And then on top of that, you also have to keep your eyes on the wars, on the situation in Israel, because they gonna draw them out. Okay, because America is Israel's watchdog, or the smallest watchdog. So going on Matthew 24 and 7, "And there shall be famines." Let me read verse 7 again. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So they're gonna be civil unrest, they're gonna be war, kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence. What you have? Let's just go here. Let's just go to the RT news site, right? And let's just see what it says here. Outbreak of new virus reported in China. So let's just go real quick into it. It says Taiwan is bracing for the possible spread of a novel and potential deadly henipavirus that spread from animals to humans. So another virus come. Then we have what? The C19 with new strains. You have the um, the monkey dots. You have the monkey dots, and now you have another disease. So you got all these things going on. But what are you focused on? Our focus should lay in serving Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua and giving our diligence to make our call and election sure, man. You know? And you shouldn't forget that also another virus, another disease is what? The juice is another one. It's killing people left and right. Okay? It says, at least 35 people in China have become infected with a novel Henipavirus that apparently spread from animals to humans, setting off alarm bells in neighboring Taiwan over potential dangerous pathogen. And the funny thing is, in China, they're on the lockdown already. For the C19, a certain city. So if you want to get out of that, you have to make 5 tests or something. Della Posta went to do that today. So you see the whole world is in turmoil. And then on top of that, you got the situation over there in the 2 groups of people that don't belong in our land. Both of them don't belong to the land. It's our land, man. Okay? Gone. So, matter of fact, let me just check if there's a little bit more in it. No, let's not go to the other article. Because it's not that much to read in this article, but it says small head state calls Pentagon over Gaza strikes. So instead of just talking to them and fixing things up, the first thing they'll do is what? Call America. You know? Why? To make the next move, to see what they're gonna invest in. Because America is Israel's watchdog, and you see that they're gonna draw with America. It's gonna happen. So because when you go here to Jeremiah 49 verse 20. Therefore the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he has taken against Edom, and his purpose that he has purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And who's the least of the flock? The small hands, and which are the Amalekites. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. See? So they're going to draw them out to war, and they're going to be caused to be desolate, man. Because America, which is Babylon the Great, which is southern Egypt, like it says, going to be a habitation for desert creatures, man. Going to be completely destroyed. Revelation 18:1. After these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. And how is this talking about Babylon? Because the Babylonian Empire was already overthrown by the Medo-Persians. But now, and it's not the habitation of devils, because people live there still, Mesopotamia. But now, this is talking about the modern day Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, which is Esau, Edom. Okay, so-called white man. It says Babylon the great is fallen, and not all the so-called white men, but them that go back to Esau, okay, which his name was changed to Edom, because there are also other nations among the Edomites that look like the Edomites, and also Israelites that look like the Edomites. It says, it's fallen, and it's become the habitations of devils, and the hold of every false spirit, and the cage of every unclean, hateful birds. Yeah, only desert creatures are going to be there. Scavengers, like the vultures. See, this is what's going to happen to America, if you want to believe it or not. Why? Verse 5. For his sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High has remembered their iniquity. That's why it's going to be destroyed, because Heavenly Father doesn't forget. And this is why the Heavenly Father is building up the tension everywhere, that he can execute the prophecies. This is why everything is happening. We hear wars and rumors of wars. We see these things going on. You know, going back to Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. It's just the beginning, man. It's gonna go crazy. You know? Few people died because, says he, Israel Defense Minister Benny Gantz held a phone conversation with his American counterpart, Lloyd Austin, on Friday to update him on the object and progress of the ongoing military offensive in Gaza, dubbed Operation Breaking Dawn. You know, and Breaking Dawn, so you wanna, yeah. While the IDF claims it took out senior terrorists, Palestinian officials say dozens of civilians were killed or injured, and I know this is the fact. Dozens were killed. You know, and that's really the thing, man. So, but the point of the matter is, they came instantly to America. Why? Because the league's gonna draw them out, man. That's part of prophecy, you know. So it's all beautiful. We should rejoice seeing these things. We should rejoice seeing all this chaos and turmoil, you know. See here also, what does it say? Palestinian militants issue warning to Israel. The Palestinian Islamic Jihad said it would resume fighting if Israel violates a ceasefire, which they're going to do. Because he's a covenant breaker. You know? He's a covenant breaker, man. Like it says in Salakia. So like I said, he ain't keeping the covenant, man. He ain't keeping these peace agreements neither. You know? Let me just check where this I think it's Psalms 55 and 21. It says the words of the word of Yahweh. Verse 20, Psalms 55 and 20. He has put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He's broken his covenant. Of course, he did it with the Togo Native Americans, you know, with the Northern Kingdom, man, with the Gadites. He had peace with them, said peace, 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 and safety, but he had thrown swords behind his back, man. Okay, so he broke his covenant, even though he said he had peace. So what do you think he's gonna do here? You know, it says what? Resume. The Palestinian Islamic Jihad said it will resume fighting if Israel violates the ceasefire. And that's what's gonna happen, man. So you see, things are really heating up in the Middle East, and we have to really keep our eyes on the prize, man. What I mean with that is, you have to stay focused, even though these things are going on. We have to stay focused and serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and get our things straight, man. We have to do that, you know, because if we lose our focus, we're gonna lose our crown. We're gonna lose the prize. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet were the drawn swords. So you say like, yeah, we just called America to, you know, to give them an update. They don't need an update. You just want to let them know what you're going to do next and what support do you need. Okay, and this is what's going on. So keep your eyes on the Middle East, man. You know, because the whole world is in turmoil. See, it says millions of Germans won't be able to pay for heating. See that? So you see the world is in turmoil, man. The world is in freaking turmoil. And this is what you see throughout the world. And it's beautiful. And Yahweh says it's going to get worse and worse, man. Because the worse it gets, the closer is our salvation. So yeah, man. It's everything I got. I pray and hope this was edifying to the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles who committed and told us the truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect out there spreading this truth and sincerity. You know, it's charity across the four winds. And again, all praises, glory, and the highest honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Until the next one. Shalom.